Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Lexington Water Cooler News. Drinking my coffee from a mason jar. This is called Bullet Coffee, by the way. My name's Rock Daniels. Today is Friday, TGIF, March 24th, 2023. Now, in weather today, high is going to be 67 degrees. The low is going to be 56. There is a 100% chance of rain if you look outside, people. Don't forget your umbrella. The sun's going to rise at 7:35 a.m. It's going to set at 7:53 p.m. Now, Robert Bruce Stevens is a man deemed a serial arsonist by the Lexington Fire Department. He has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for multiple counts of arson, burglary, and wanton endangerment. He was charged with setting multiple fires at 3 residential locations and 1 commercial property between September 2017 and July 2018. Now, Stevens pleaded guilty and was released on bond, but was arrested again for a second-degree arson in a separate case. Now, the charges were amended down and he was given 5 years for each third-degree arson charge, 9 years for burglary, and 1 year for wanton endangerment charges. But on a personal note, I'd like to say I'm glad that this man received the sentence that he did, because one of the houses that he burnt down, it's owned by me, and I believe that this guy would have kept doing it until somebody was seriously hurt or even killed. So, buddy, have a good time down there in the pen. All right, Fayette County's new county clerk is assessing House Bill 302, which calls for changes to local elections in Kentucky. Now, the bill includes giving the Secretary of State more authority in considering local election plans. However, County Clerk Susan Lamb doesn't believe this will result in a significant change to voting in Fayette County. Well, hopefully it does, because it was a cluster last time. Now, one potential change is establishing voting centers instead of individual precinct voting locations, but Lamb is unsure about implementing this for the upcoming presidential election. Now, despite this, moving to voting centers would enhance convenience, as voters could vote at any center in the entire county. Now, doesn't this make kind of sense? Because you don't work right next to where you live. Now, Sunoco, stationed on Red Mile, was filling underground tanks with gasoline when 1,500 gallons spilt. And man, this was terrible. Now, there's only trace amounts that were found going into the running water. Cleanup efforts are ongoing, and that's on the 600 block of Red Mile Road. Now, the Lexington Fayette Urban County Planning Commission rejected a change request from an Oregon, over there in the west side of the country, Dutch Brothers Coffee, for the second time at the location on South Broadway. Now, this marks, like I said, the second time in 2 months that the Planning Commission has turned down the request by this coffee chain. They must just love Starbucks. But Dutch Brothers lawyers, they argue that the site was appropriate for a 950 square foot building with 2 drive-through lanes. But planners like Hal Bailey said that the congestion at that particular intersection would not be pedestrian friendly and would be terrible. So they're going to appeal this before the Fayette County Urban Government Council. So Kentuckians currently have to travel to neighboring states to place illegal sporting bets. However, House Bill 551 could change this, and it gets the vote in the Senate. So if legalized, sports books would be placed in gaming halls throughout Kentucky. This would benefit the gaming industry and draw more people to places like the Mint Gaming Hall. That's in Southern Kentucky. House Bill 551 would also prevent people from betting on offshore websites or traveling to other states where it is already legal. Now, Governor Beshear has said that he will sign House Bill 551 into law if it passes through the Senate. Now, starting next month, Kentucky officials will verify whether people remain eligible for Medicaid before renewing their benefits, meaning about 234,000 of the 1.7 million Kentuckians with Medicaid will be asked to provide additional information. Now, the Center for Economic Policy estimates that 16% of the approximately 290,000 people in Jefferson County who receive Medicaid probably will be asked to take certain steps as part of the upcoming renewal process. Now, people are advised to update their contact information right now. Go ahead, get on there if you're on this at kynet.ky.gov. Woo! Now, Blue Run Spirits has unveiled a design for its upcoming 35,000 square foot whiskey distillery and headquarters in Georgetown, Kentucky, and it looks amazing. The project is designed by international architecture firm Janark Group and is expected to break ground in 2023, with operations projected to begin in 2025. The facility is dubbed Meander will feature 20,000 square feet rig house and is expected to generate 45 full-time jobs. Blue Run Spirit CEO and co-founder Mike Montgomery said the design will create a welcoming, unexpected, and modern facility with a true focus on sustainability. It looks amazing, people. This is great. Now, well, guys, that does it for another edition of Lexington Water Cooler News. My name is Rock Daniels. I'm the Bluegrass Realtor for all your Central Kentucky real estate needs. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please be sure to come back again. But before you do, click that subscribe button so we can stay connected.